Craft brews and casual conversations. Here we are once again, doing the thing, doing the stuff, doing the yakety yaks, and the tables have turned a little bit this week. We are trying a new, I guess you could say. I am trying a new beer, and Rob over yonder is drinking a whiskey. Unheard of. The times are changing, and sometimes change is good. This is Dudes with Brews on a Porch.
Cue it.
You're about to hear the greatest show of your life. Dudes with Brews on a Porch with Rob and Drew.
Hot dog. Here we are. I have got a hold of a beer, Rob, that has a lot of hype in these parts of Wisconsin.
Are you hearing one of the dogs drinking water? Is that what you're hearing?
I was hearing like a beeping noise. I think in my house.
Oh, it's probably fine.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but maybe the end is near.
I feel like it is.
Okay, good. Anyways, I'm drinking a beer that has gotten a lot of hype out there. And it's a beer that didn't usually make its way to Wisconsin all that often. But now I have it. And I got it. And it gets distributed to Wisconsin now on a regular basis. And everyone's like, oh, you got to have this. This is the best beer for under $1 that you can get. It is a beer that comes from Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Pottsville.
It is the Yuengling Brewery. And I'm drinking their traditional lager, famous for its rich amber color and medium-bodied flavor, full of roasted caramel malt for a subtle sweetness and a combination of cluster and cascade hops. This true original delivers a well-balanced taste with a very distinct character, born from a historic recipe that was resurrected in 1987. It is a true classic, I'm being told. So here,
I'm in my seat. I need to see the beer.
Yeah,
it is. It is very golden ambery. Looks quite delicious.
Yeah, it does. It does have very. It has a very dark.
A little red. Is that? It has a little red in it.
Maybe I think that's the light. It's got It's definitely darker, like a darker. When you think of lager, like I think you and I probably think something a little lighter, but this is like a real traditional lager. Yeah, it tastes like.
Dang, I went in for a massive second sip.
I'm actually really thirsty, but I don't know. This tastes like a. It just tastes like a Friday night in like high school or college.
Under $1? Sounds about right.
I'd say it's worth like $2.50.
What does that mean? It's under $1. Does that mean like a 12-pack is under $12?
Yes.
Oh well.
I got a 12-pack for $10.99. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well,
like that's
used to get a case of hams for $8, and that was a 30-pack.
Yeah. But in 2026, like this is pretty good.
That is beer on a budget.
Yeah.
Can I see the can?
It's
hey,
it's real American. Proud
American flag says lager really big on it. Can't go wrong.
Proudly family owned since 1829, joins America's 250th celebration, honoring a shared legacy of resilience, independence, and pride. I personally don't have, I'm not. America is fine. I like living here, but prideful, I don't know. But I'll let the beer be prideful. I'm drinking.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go with you there. I think I've been pretty open about. I'm proud of some of our heritage. I'm not proud of some of our headings, but that's that's a different podcast.
It is a different podcast. What are you drinking? You're drinking some Irish whiskey?
Yes, I'm drinking Powers Irish whiskey gold label. It's triple distilled. It is a product of Ireland. That is all I know. This was gifted to me for my birthday. Apparently, this is a friend of mine, Francisco. You've met him, I believe.
I did not.
Oh, you didn't meet him when you came out here?
No, I didn't.
Well, anyway, shout out to Francisco. He's listens to the podcast quite frequently, and he should be on sometime. He's a very fun dude. But he said this is his favorite Irish whiskey. He knows alcohol, like when it comes to the actual like craftsman. He's like you with bourbon, but he runs the gamut of bourbons and whiskeys, and I think he's more of a whiskey guy, but I don't know. So I'm going in blind. I forgot how strong whiskey. It's been a while since I've really drank whiskey, especially straight, and the smell of it makes me drunk, I think.
It might.
Oh. It's smooth.
Smooth.
It gets you in the nose when you take the sip.
Yeah.
Which I think is a good thing with whiskey, personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I put an ice cube in here, so it's not neat, but that's just because I wanted something a little chilled.
Yeah,
watered down maybe because I worked all day, but this is good.
For sure.
I don't know how to describe whiskey. I used to. Back when I was younger, we were getting into whiskey and scotch a little bit, but I don't know the verbiology. That's not right. Terminology or verbiage.
Sure.
So I'm just going to say right now it's smooth, and then as I can feel it in my shoulders. Is that weird?
I don't know.
I think that's a good sign too. So anyway, we'll update throughout. I guess there's going to be barking on this show. So if it triggers you that a cat and a dog are fighting in the background,
yeah,
this might be an episode to skip.
Maybe.
Well, or just let it run. Just put your headphones down, let it run.
Right. Please do that. So one thing I wanted to talk to you about, and one thing I wanted to kind of explore, I think it would be kind of fun. So I've been watching the X-Files. I think I have 1 or 2 episodes left of the first season. Slowly but surely making it through. I just watched the one where the little girl is like a telepathic psycho and kills some people. Is like,
is this Eve 6?
No. This one is. It's like that guy's like attached to her or something like that.
Yeah. That one was, it was with the cops, and then she was actually like a reincarnation of his spirit, or he had like possessed her or something.
Yes, that's what it was.
She threw it was Chandler's. Thought the cat was going out the screen door. That would have not been good. It was an aggressive move by the cat, but I have Chloe on the porch. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, Chandler Bing's girlfriend was on that episode.
Yeah,
before she was on Friends.
Yes. Carissa pointed that out. She goes, "Is that whoever?" And I'm like, I have no idea. And then
most likely you can tell if somebody's watching X-Files with their girlfriend if they know that, or their wife if they know that Chandler Bing's ex-girlfriend was on the show.
She was into it. I actually fell asleep the first watch through. And then I woke up and I just turned it off. She's like, "What are you doing?" I was watching that. I was like, "Oh, all right." Turn it back on.
You know, it's funny. Yeah, it's funny that similar thing happened. Although I think it was X-Files, but it might have been Ancient Aliens. I can't remember. I passed out and I woke up at like 1 a.m. and just shut it off like in my sleep or whatever. And Shonda was like totally into it. She's like, what are you doing? I was watching.
Yeah. So I went back and watched it and I enjoyed it. But like so many times now, and maybe like the second episode where that stretchy guy comes
Toombs, yeah, the
Toombs.
Squeeze is yeah.
When he comes back, there's a moment where Mulder goes on a tangent, goes on this, and in front of the court of law, and it's just saying like things that people are like, you know, the normal people would be like, this guy is in the FBI. How? Because he is absolutely out of his mind. Of course, what he's saying is 100% true. He's accurate. He's the only one that knows anything. He's the only one that knows the truth, except for Deep Throat that shows up from time to time randomly. And it's like the whole time he's on this rant, I'm like, this is Rob. This is Rob at his finest. Saying like to the everyday person things that are just out of this world and incomprehensible about how anyone could have these thoughts and like truly in these beliefs and truly like wholeheartedly believe them and still die
on the hill in a court of law
yeah
because I think that was. I cannot tell you how many people I showed that snippet of our text message conversation to, because it might be the happiest I've ever been in my life.
Yeah, it's just, and there's so many moments, just even in his speaking patterns and how he like confronts people and how he addresses things. I was like, I'm pretty sure Rob has adopted this personality type, and now it's like it is him. And I looked it up because I was like, this has got to be some sort of disorder. This has to be some.
I can't believe you have this, because you're gonna like. I've had this thought already that I have this problem. I'll give you examples after you talk a little bit more, but I'll tell you. Well, I'll give you this up front, and you can tell me if it fits what you're about to say. I remember I was watching House for a while really avidly, and I started limping for no reason. Like, I will say, with Mulder, I definitely like. I watched X-Files when I was young. You know, when I was probably like 10 or 11, I started watching it, and like. Something was very that was like, it was that's who you want to be, right? Is like especially when you're a kid and you don't really know anything and nobody takes you seriously. It's like I wanted to be the guy that nobody believed but was right in some way, shape, or form. That's the essence of being awesome, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I love Mulder.
Yeah,
I love David Duchovny.
Yeah, same. And I got a list of six things that could possibly be, but I've narrowed it down to a few. So the first one is pretty like acute, pretty like common with a lot of people, is just identification. The most natural kind of term somebody relates to a character and starts adopting their traits, behaviors, and attitudes. So you're 11 years old. I don't know how you really relate to that person, an FBI agent chasing paranormal. The other one is, now I don't think this was deliberate. I don't think any of this, I don't think you did this on purpose. Like, so I don't think it's like, you know, persona adoption, because you're not deliberately taking on, and you're still yourself, of course. And then there's this thing, it's called identity diffusion. If someone frequently shifts their personality depend on who they're copied and lacks a stable sense of self, this might apply.
Hey, that sounds kind of because I mean, when was it that you like addressed the fact that like if I'm listening to the Harmontown podcast, I start to stutter?
Yeah.
Like yeah, I will say this: like growing up, I know there was like everybody when they're young emulates something, right? Like so, Captain Picard and Fox Mulder to me were it's like there's something about just man, I just want to know everything that Mulder knew like that.
Yeah,
like he just could grab like whatever mythology or whatever. Little do you know when you're a kid, like, oh, there's like a room full of people that write these episodes and research it and stuff like that. But like you go like, I'm not smart unless I can pull some stuff out of my hat like Mulder does.
Right.
I'm sure that was like slightly conscious, but
right.
But no, I'm not gonna lie. I have thought about these things because of the things that people around me tell me when they know what I'm doing because of how I'm acting.
Yeah,
that to me is like a red flag of something.
No, it's fine. It's good, but I do often think of Mulder or of you when I'm watching the X-Files. One, because you love the show, you're a dedicated fan, but two, like a lot of character traits align, and then maybe that's just who you are. That could be it, and that's why you deep down you relate so well to the characters, because you have the same kind of like questioning and thoughts and all that kind of stuff. And then it made me think. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say I just never mind. Go for it.
Okay. And then it made me think, what character vibes do I give off? Like when people are, if you're, you are the Fox Mulder of the world. What am I? Who do I remind you of? Like, what character did I adopt at a young age? Like Eeyore? Oh, bother.
I wasn't going to say Eeyore, but now that you say it. I mean, man, I know that I have watched things where I've gone. I think I've even sent you things like, you need to watch this. This is going to be right up your alley for your sense of humor or for how you are or whatever. But man, off the top of my head, I know that for me, like for some reason, whenever I watch whenever I watch like Bert Kreischer, I think of you. I don't know if it's the beard. I don't know what it is, but
fat.
I don't think it's that, because I don't think you're fat.
Oh, thank you.
But which, I don't even think Bert Kreischer's fat. He's got a tom-tom, but I mean, I saw a lady in a Rascal the other day. Her elbows had drag marks. It's like, that's fat. I felt bad. I'm not trying to but
yeah, I get you. Oh yeah. I don't know if I would want to be Bert Kreischer. Maybe. I mean, he's wildly successful, a huge comedian. I've seen him live once. It was fine.
Well, I see aspects. It's funny because I will say I see aspects of you. I've been rewatching a little bit of like BoJack Horseman. Yeah.
Do I remind you of BoJack?
I would say you have some definite interminglings with the character category of the BoJack character. Yes, more so probably than the other characters, because like that show has 4 or 5 main characters that like are different personality types, and they fit really well. I used to wish I was like BoJack, but sadly I'm probably more like Diane, and that pisses me off because the first time I watched that show, I really liked the Diane character. The more I watched the show, and as I got sober and stuff, I was like, God, this is it's so much. This character is so much.
I didn't watch a ton of BoJack. I've watched a little bit of it, but yeah, I guess I could see that.
I think, well, that's the thing. The thing about like BoJack just wants, it's like there's a thing going through there where it's like he wants to be laughed with. He wants to
Right.
be able to, he wants to be liked. He needs to be liked, but he also um, is a strong enough and stubborn enough personality to be an asshole if he needs to be, or when he just chooses to do it a little bit too much. But I think those are good qualities. It's in reality. I think being able to stand your ground, it's a lot better than um, backing down. As I grow older, I just want to be more like Todd, which is, if anybody that knows the show, it's like Todd just like waltzes through life with a good attitude, and good things come to him, and then he gets responsibility. And he's like, I don't even want this, and things always work out because he's just kind of got the right attitude.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
but I don't know. Maybe people who listen to us and then listen and watch those shows, they can chime in on any one of our thriving Insta accounts. Is that what they're called? The webular mediums, the socials. That's it. The socials.
socials. I have I asked Chris, I just asked my wife and she said, I don't know. So
About what? The BoJack? Did she watch BoJack?
no, I texted her and I said, what movie characters or TV characters do I remind you of? And she said, I don't know. So
Well, you're definitely like, you are like, you give off, when it comes to a character in like a movie or a TV show, you're the dry-witted straight man. It's probably going to be that.
dry-witted
Not a
straight
bad thing.
man.
It's like kind of it's going to be more of the sad sack character, man. I don't mean to bum you out, but you've been doing it to us for so long.
Yeah.
That's maybe I'm just playing that up for this show because I know you outside of the show, and it's like, you're a fun guy to hang out with. I'm not trying to say you're not. I'm just there's a reason that those guys are there. They exist. There's a reason why that archetype exists, and it's not a bad thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't give you an answer that's going to make you feel the glee that I felt when you said that I remind you of Mulder, or Mulder reminds you of me. I don't even know what I could say that would make you feel that way.
What about Dr. Cox?
Ooh, that's interesting.
I'm not as mean as he is, but he's a lover deep down.
He is. He's also pretty funny when he wants to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see you having, I could see the Dr. Cox vibes, and
yeah, I would
I'm gonna say
that.
yeah. I'm gonna say you can go to those that are listening still, because I know that so far we're pacing this pretty slow, but this whiskey is gonna hit, and we're gonna speed it up. I promise. I'm already through my drink. That's how this whiskey is smooth.
I already drank my beer. It's all gone too.
What are we? 10 minutes in?
Or 20, 23, 24.
23. Well, this was at least a shot and a half. So
nice.
Yeah, I'm going to be toasty, and I'm alone tonight, so I'm going to get crazy.
All alone.
It's funny. I've been trying to keep at your pace of watching the X-Files, and I thought I was dragging behind. Do you want to guess where I'm at?
You were ahead of me at one point. Where are you at?
And I tried to. I've been trying to slow down and stay where you are because I want to watch them.
I see.
While and
you are.
But I have.
You're season 3.
No, that's ambitious. That's ambitious. I'm not that bad off, but I am season 2, episode 15.
Oh damn! Yeah, you're a bit ahead of me. I'm trying, like, it's slowed down a little bit. I was at like 2 episodes a night, but now I'm balancing that and trying to read. So it's I gotta pay. I've been reading a lot more than watching the X-Files.
Which and I'll say this, like, for anybody that if people are actually taking the point to, which they should, just go ahead and we're watching season 1. Go pop it on. It does get slow, like that episode that you watched with the little girl. it's a skippable episode in my opinion. If you don't, if you're really, uh, that's one of those, like, they call them monster of the week episodes.
Yeah.
That it doesn't really fit in with the plot line of the mythology. I always like those episodes, but that one is like paced a little bit too slow. Remember, this is back when they had 47 minutes or 40, like
Something
the
like
commercial time didn't cut in. They had a full hour, which with ads was like 46, 47 minutes. For what they had, it's like they had time to let good episodes really be good, but the ones that were a little shaky, they slow way down, and they kind of feel, some of them get to like straight up soap opera-ish feels. Like there's an episode called 3 coming up. It's I really don't like that episode. But we'll get to that when you get there. But once they hit season 3, they're pretty solid all the way through.
Nice. Yeah, I'm reading a book called The Troop right now, and I'm almost done with it. It's pretty intense. It's one of the only books that I've ever read in my life that has made me like physically cringe. Like,
oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the descriptions of some of the things that happen. You visualize it, and it's just like, oh my God, gives me the heebie-jeebies. Which, kudos to that guy, Nick Cutter, for writing something like that. So it's I've been reading nothing but like crime or like paranormal horror-esque books. In the last one that I read, we talked about Tender as the Flesh, and then I'm reading The Troop now. I was like, I might need to change the genre for a minute. And
yeah, get a palate cleanser in there.
Yeah, I don't know what, but maybe like I gotta find like a funny book, not like a book like like George Carlin or whatever. Those are funny, but those are like his jokes just written in a book, more or less. But I want like something like,
I was going to suggest the Norm Macdonald autobiography.
Oh, that would be good.
That he made up most of.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like, yeah. I'm not 100% sure. Who knows with that guy sometimes? Like, I don't do enough research into the stuff behind the scenes because I don't want to know.
Yeah.
But as far as like his interviews and stuff, he's like, yeah, well, I figured my life's not that interesting. So when I wrote my autobiography, I'd make it more interesting, which sounds, it's like, I remember when Stephen Colbert came out with the I Am America and So Are You or something like that.
And So Can You.
And So Can You, yeah. So I bought that and I read that book, and it was like, that was such an insane book. And it was written for a fake persona. So it was like, yeah, those are fun reads, and they're funny.
Yeah, maybe I'll go to that. We'll see. But yeah, this one actually is pretty good. It's very, very. Oh, he's going for another pour. Oh,
oh yeah,
you heard that. It's very Lord of the Flies, but on like steroids with crazy worm infections in people's bodies and stuff. And it's a book where, spoiler alert, if you're reading it, don't skip this part, but where the main characters are kids, and these kids are dying. Now normally that bothers me, when kids die, cause in books, because I don't like it. Like Cujo, for example, that ending pissed me off. But in this one, I was like, there's like two characters where I'm like, I hope they die because of,
I can hear you,
because of their actions. And so I'm really turning over a new leaf with this exploration of literature. But it's still yeah, it's I like the way it's written. It like bounces back and forth between like court testimonies and then like what happens with the kids. And it builds the story really well. It's pretty good. But yeah, I'm almost done with it. I have like 30 pages left. So I probably would have knocked it out today, but I'm talking to you, which is great as well. So then
probably would have been great to finish the book, actually.
Nah.
But.
So then I'm a month. This is my 5th book of the year. That's pretty good.
In the 4th month, yeah.
Yeah. Look
What
at
was
that.
your goal? 1 a month, right?
One a month. Yeah.
Way to stick to it and be
That's the only.
aggressive. I
That's
don't know.
that's the
Yeah,
only
I don't know.
thing. I have to take a break from running because my leg has been swollen for a while, and so what happened was I did a 15.5 mile run a couple Saturdays ago. That next Monday, like I think like between Saturday and Monday, like Jonah like jumped on my leg, and Monday, not this last Monday, but the Monday before, I could it was incredibly painful to walk, but I did. It got better a little bit. It still hurt pretty bad. And then this last Saturday came up, and I was like, I signed up for a half marathon a while back, and this last Saturday was the day, and I was like, I gotta do this because I paid for it. I'm gonna go for it. So then I ran it, and my leg hurt the whole time, pretty badly, and then I finished it. I got it done. And now it's been compression all over and ice all over. It felt pretty good today though, but it's still noticeably pretty swollen yet. So give it a few more days.
Yeah. That's what this younger generation doesn't understand, Drew. I'm going to alienate our audience if they're, I don't know what age they
Being
are.
swollen.
Well, that and joints and all that, but pushing through. You got to push through.
I got it done. But
I might be in a weird place. I've been getting sucked into. Do you ever do reaction videos? You ever watch those?
yeah,
You ever go down the rabbit hole and then you're like, why am I watching somebody listen to Pink Floyd for the first time?
yeah.
3 different reaction videos to the same. So I've now listened to the Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon 3 times in the last 2 days. And nobody's reaction video is what it's like it's what's interesting to me is when these people are like, oh, I work with music, I do all this, but I was never exposed to these bands, these the greatest bands of all time, and like legitimately I had to I had to pull that apart and deconstruct and go like, how is that possible? And it's like, oh yeah, that's right. Because anybody that was born after 2000, they're adults now. First off, second off, they grew up in a world where they didn't have to listen to the radio. They never had to listen to the radio, so they were never made to listen to anything other than what they wanted to have on their playlist. And then I heard somebody refer to Dark Side of the Moon as just some album from the 70s while they were listening. Like, oh, this is pretty good for some album from the 70s.
Yeah.
That hurt me. I cannot that echoes in my ear chambers. And it's the other thing I've been watching, unfortunately, for some stupid reason, is these Gen Z watches Michael Jordan clips or Larry Bird clips, and they're like, oh man, that's like Kyrie, that's like this guy, that's like LeBron. Oh wait, I just realized those guys watch him. He came first. He be doing this he plays defense too, and it's like, yes, yeah, he did. Yeah, he did it all back in the day when they could hit him in the face and he still wouldn't get a foul because there's different back then mentality. It's like not just bitching to the refs. And the whiskey's hitting me, Drew. I'm realizing that I'm dead solid in the middle of a rant that's going to get me into trouble if I keep going. Probably.
I had this thought the other day too because, and I talked about it on my radio show. But I was, I'm in this group, right? I'm in this group chat with some dudes I know. The name of the group, all right, is Whiskey and Cigars. Now, I'm not a cigar guy by any means. I don't smoke cigars, or they all drink bourbon, and when they drink bourbon, they smoke cigars or smoke out of a pipe, like a tobacco pipe. I don't do that. That's just not, but they do go hand in hand quite a bit for a lot of people. In this group, people will send pictures of bourbon and stuff that we buy or whatever. But then I would say majority of this is just pictures of all the meat that they're smoking or grilling. And they're like, oh, I got this on the grill for today, boys. Or I'm getting up at 6 a.m. to put this thing on the smoker with these chips at this temperature.
Been marinating for 24 and 3/4 hours.
Yeah, and I don't really do
it with peppercorns from Antarctica.
Yeah, and I don't really do any of that, which is, I would love to. I would love to dive into the world of smoked meats, but I don't. And then somebody like legitimately was like, hey, if anybody is out and about, can you check the prices of this meat product and let me know if it's on sale? Because I need to get some, but I would like to get it at a discount. And I was like, this is being 35. This is 35 and up. We're sending pictures of bottles of booze occasionally, and then mostly it's just like, can you believe this asshole is selling this for this price? Oh my God. And then the occasional like man sits in lawn chair with beer in hand, and that's a picture. This guy's grilling, this guy's smoking meats, and people are just like, every day. That's what it is. It's an endless cycle, and it doesn't. And everyone enjoys the conversation. People are like pumped to see that that Sean is smoking some big ass pork shoulder today, and he's gonna feast tonight, and like he labored for this. I was like, this is exciting. This is what it means to turn into a geriatric pile of goo. And I don't know how to break this cycle. And I'm at a point now too, where I can't like try to be young again, because then I'm the creepy 35-year-old that's like lingering in the corner of the bar where all the youngins go. And I don't even want to be there. I don't want to be at a bar late at night. That's not my style. I'd rather be, like drinking or drunk at home. So so in case I slip on the bathroom floor, at least I have a nice, safe place to sleep. Which doesn't happen. I don't like to get drunk anymore. It does happen occasionally, throughout the year, but it's not very consistent. And I'm just like, this is it. And I accepted it. I just accepted the fate of, this is my life now. And it's going to happen again, Rob, one day. I'm going to look in the mirror, hopefully at the age of 78 years old, and just say, what the hell happened to this guy? It's just going to hit you. Like, you're not going to realize, because when I look at myself in the mirror, I don't think of myself as a 35-year-old man. But now, like, I've gone to the fucking doctor to have my blood pressure checked more than I ever have in my life in the last year. And I had to do it again today. It was fine, though. It was a follow-up. We got to have the follow-ups to add more to the bill. But I'm all good. And
see, the difference, though, is when you're 78 looking in the mirror going, who the hell is this guy?
It's because your group chat's
going to go. Your group chat's going to go off, and it's going to be somebody going like, check out this soup I made.
Yeah. Or like, this guy died.
Well, I wasn't going to go to a weird spot. Like you go from your 20s going out all the time to your 30s where you're smoking meats and cigars to your 60s where you're going, that's a good soup. What do you use for a base for that? That's a real beef broth.
Right. And then eventually you're sending obituaries of somebody in the group chat that died until you're the last one. And then you send, I send Rob's obituary to the group chat where Rob and I are the only surviving members. And then I go, oh,
that is the bleakest. See, you are Eeyore. You're Eeyore. I'm sorry. Like, you legitimately, that is the saddest thought I think, fuck God, I've had for a while. The last remaining person in the group chat sends an obituary to no one.
That's what it's going to be.
And then just weeps. Does he send a weeping emoji behind it?
Like, I think you have to. And then you have to react to your own message with the weeping side.
It's true is sad about this.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Oh God, that's hilariously melancholy. So, in my opinion, the last remaining person in the group. Sad because I recall my grandparents talking about it's this reunion. There's only 8 people left. And it was this reunion. There's only 4 people left. And it's like now there's no one left. It's like my grandma hung in there.
Yeah. Now you're going to a Denny's and it's a party of 2.
Yeah. Well, now they won't let you out of the home,
right?
Because there's too much salt at Denny's.
Right. It's
that's bleak, but it's hilarious to me.
It's true. We're all,
That's what will happen to us all. I mean, what's insane to me is that, I picture the stoicism of my grandpa, and I know there are things that I do where I catch myself doing them and I go I remember when this goes right back to what we started the freaking episode with, when I was 5 or 6 watching him watch golf and he would do this pose with his arm. Yeah. And I'll sit around and I watch TV and I mimic the pose of my grandfather because he was just somebody I looked up to so much, and it's but the thing that he, it's he had a remote control that had a cord that went to his TV, and that was pretty cool. When we're old, I don't even know where we're going to be, but it's we're going to be able to be oh yeah, I remember when these things flipped open. Now they're in my skull.
Right.
It's so mind-boggling. The things that we thought were going to be futuristic, flying cars and sneakers that lace themselves and shirts that could shrink to size. That none of that's come true, but the one thing that will come true is the fact that after when we close our eyes for good, our thought process will still be able to type itself out on some AI generated let me talk to Drew Glazer from the Dudes with Brews podcast and his entire life, which you've kept all his data for, I don't know, I'm going to be generous and say 90 years. And so now I want to have a conversation with him, and your consciousness will live on in an electronic device somewhere.
I think there's a Black Mirror episode like that somewhere along the way.
I wouldn't doubt it. Probably in the first 3 seasons, because that's when I stopped watching it, and I couldn't copy it if I didn't see it.
Right. It's
and we know I love to copy things. That's what.
I have an update too. I don't think I've told you the story. I have not updated you on the dog that was known as Phil.
Was known as Phil.
Yeah.
Is Barry now you tell me this on Barry's the last dog in the group chat. Are you telling me that?
Now he's known as formerly incarcerated Phil.
Okay, thank God, dude. I was going to say, if you tell me that Phil is dead on this podcast right now after I've had so much whiskey, my ears are on fire. I'll be mad at you.
He's alive. I'm looking at him right now, but he did get arrested.
He escaped, huh?
He got arrested. I wasn't home, but he got let outside. Overtime leashes break. It's just what happens. The leash broke, and he ended up across the street, down the block or whatever. And I get a phone call when I'm in the radio studio, and it says unknown caller. And anytime it says unknown caller, I just have known from experience, there's a good chance it's a cop. And I know from experience, not for bad reasons, but just because I've had to work with cops before on some stuff. But so I answer it, and it's oh yeah, this is Detective whatever, whoever, I don't know who his name was, but I have your dog Raspberry. And I was like, what? Yeah, well, because when I adopted Phil, the adoption place had named him Raspberry.
Who? They should not allow. I don't know if it's volunteer based over there, but even if it is, they should fire whoever is naming the animals.
Well,
they does not look like a raspberry.
They have so many. It's hard to,
They auto-generate it?
No, they all like the litters have like a group name almost. Like, so they have like raspberry, blueberry, blackberry. You know.
Oh, it was a litter. His name. They didn't name Phil Raspberry, just the litter of dogs.
Well, no, it was like Phil's name was Raspberry. His brother is Blueberry. Sister is, Whiteberry.
Is that some dumb volunteer vet yes and
probably
sports game? I'm not okay with this. He's on record somewhere as being named Raspberry.
Right.
I know I'm getting caught up in the wrong detail, and you're really upset with me right now. So I'll let you continue. I just want to say, get that changed on this chip.
I need to. I don't know how. I got to figure that out. But so calls me and I was like, all right. And he goes, oh yeah, she's really somebody.
She?
Yeah, they thought because Raspberry is like, of course, it's the name of a girl.
Yeah, that's true.
And he has no testicles. So I was like, actually, his name is Phil. He's a boy.
He's still not smooth down there. Like, you don't have. Right. He's not a Ken doll.
I don't think they examined it that much. But yeah, he's like, oh yeah, we got him at the station. I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, all right, I gotta call my wife and have her pick him up. So then, I call her and then I get a text message from the cop again, and he just goes, oh, have her come around the building. Oh, super sweet dog. And I was like, thank you very much. Like, thanks for that and calling. And we got him. Yeah, we released him from the the penitentiary or the penitentiary. Heyo, and yeah, he's we bought a new leash.
How many tabs does he have?
he wasn't in there long enough to even drop the soap.
He's just jacked like he's a bulldog now.
Right. He has like a deeper bark when he comes out. But no, he's.
I literally almost went like, yeah, I was in the North Hollywood penitentiary. It's like, you're not in California.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
But yeah. It out of all the dogs, like normally, because that's happened before where the leash is broken, and like normally, like if they know like the leash is on there, they just know the limit of the leash and they don't go past it. But I guess
like fleas in a jar, man.
It's like
not Phil. He's a breakthrough thinker.
I guess. Thank God he didn't get hit by a car.
Yeah.
He
reminds me of I had a dog growing up named Ralph. At my dad's house, and like Ralph would get off sometimes, but we wouldn't even put him on the leash all the time. But sometimes he just would run.
Yeah,
I think it was actually there was a husky that was introduced, and the husky would run and Ralph would just go. It was one or the other. I was a kid, but yeah, they would take off together and be gone for a while and then just come back. Or I don't recall. I'd have to ask my dad if like he ever got called by the police. But back then there weren't chips. It was like if the collar snaps,
right,
it's pound or bust.
Right. Well, thankfully they called, because otherwise, who knows? Maybe someone wants a dog, and Phil's dumb enough to go with pretty much anybody. So
he deserves a better owner. You know what?
What do you mean?
I think he was. Yeah, you insult him. You let the cops call him Raspberry and her.
I did it. I corrected them.
I don't know if you did at this point.
Phil's got a good life.
No, Phil's a great dog. I love Phil. Barry, I always joke around that I hate Barry, but Barry's fine too. It's just
he's super annoying.
I didn't want Phil to feel
neglected.
Like you brought in another dog because he wasn't good enough. So I made sure that he knew he was good enough.
No, they're both fine. They'll be our last dogs that we have, so they better make it count.
Cover your eyes, everybody. Cover your eyes. I'm about to say something. Cover your ears, animals. I'm thinking that we might be downgrading to as things progress with the animals that we have.
Yeah,
it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of stress, and honestly, it's a lot of guilt for me. It's like I don't always have the energy to take care of the animals the way that they need to be taken care of in terms of like taking them for good walks.
Yeah.
If I had unlimited energy, I would be. If I was like you and I could somehow run for fun, that'd be awesome. Because I would run this guy until he couldn't stand anymore, and then he wouldn't have so much energy. But I know when he has so much energy, that's on me because I'm not taking care of things properly. I feel guilty.
I understand. Yeah, but yeah, that's my life in a nutshell. And yeah. Hopefully you've enjoyed the insights and the perspectives that we have provided this week on Dudes with Brews of the Porch. I drink this Yuengling. I don't even know how you say it, to be honest. Yueng Ling. Yuengling?
I'm going to say Yuengling.
Yuengling, perhaps. It's fine. It's, I guess, yeah, I guess I got to, have another one. It got warm quick. It got warm quick.
That's a really odd quality of a beer.
Yeah.
Warms up quick.
Yeah. So you got to slam
it. What does that mean? How does that happen?
But it was, America's oldest brewery. I guess it's fine.
What's its specific gravity?
I don't know.
Oh.
It's like a 4.7 ABV or something like that.
Yeah, that probably puts it at like a 1.2.
Sure.
I'm using water terms to try and figure out why it would get warm faster than regular temperature or regular water. But that's the whiskey talking. I'll tell you that.
How was it?
It hit me quick.
Was it good?
It was good with an ice cube, and honestly, it's really good without an ice cube. This neat. They talk about that like caramel flavor, like kind of. I don't think it's a flavor. I feel like it's more of a texture. I can't tell exactly. I'm making the same face right now. Do you see this? We're twins. We both have this. Who did it first? Did I copy you? But no, the flavor. I mean, the it's worth doing neat. The flavor is really good. I just don't know the words to describe it.
Yeah.
I forgot that I do actually like whiskey. I just always associate it with hangovers, so I rarely drink it anymore.
Fair enough. I'll have to try to find it, but I gotta finish my bourbon. I haven't bought bourbon in a hot second because I have enough. I don't need any more right now, and trying to.
Well, we've got some I feel like we've got a bunch of foreign alcohol right now.
Nice.
I know I've got some brandy in there.
Okay.
From it's Russian brandy or something.
Yeah.
That was gifted to her, and she's not going to drink it. So I would love to try that too, because I am a brandy fan, and nowhere has brandy out here. You can't get a brandy old fashioned out here.
Make a Wisconsin old fashioned over there. Yeah, that sounds great, man. Well, gonna call it a day. It's
pretty late for you. Sorry, it's gonna take a little. We need to. I don't know what to do about the timing. But anyway, the whiskey was good. Your beer was warm.
Don't be. Moral of the story: don't try to be the last person in the text thread, if you can.
Yeah, try to be the saddest person in the text thread. That's what we all live for.
Right. linktr.ee/dudes with brews. Our link tree where you can get access to all of our stuff, merch, links, all that kind of mumbo jumbo. Feel free to listen to my other podcast, P is for Punk. Episodes come out on Thursdays. I interviewed the singer of the Dwarves. That's coming out. Well, by the time this is out, it's either coming out tomorrow or it's already out, which is a pretty big moment for me. They've been around for quite some time. I've also talked to the singer of Big D and the Kids Table. I talked to Greg Norton from the band Husker Du and Ryan Smith from the band Soul Asylum. So it's been pretty sweet.
That is very cool.
Yeah. So I'm pretty pumped about it and how things are going with it. But of course, my first one is Rob and Dudes with Brews on the Porch. This is where you get the real personalities. This is where you get the real insights, the real scoop, in a satirized form.
Yeah.
So,
And if you want to listen to me elsewhere, I mean, I'll be standing on a box on Lancashire and Magnolia, yelling about I don't know what, just every once in a while.
or just throw on the X-Files and that's him.
God, I'll never get sick of that. I've been meaning. I want to get a Mulder haircut.
You should.
Just trying to figure out what season. All right, we got to let you go to bed.
I want to beer leave. You can get that on a shirt at our merch store.
God, that's the one I need to get. I actually don't have that one, so I'm gonna get it.
Do it. Toodaloo.